so I said, am I telling the story?
Yes.
So I wanted to see, because this guy is visiting from other places as all of us. So I said, in my head, it says, show me your planets. That's what I said, right? And the first thing, so I felt that connection with him, right? Like pulling me. And I felt that when I said it's so bright here, right? So I went through that beam of golden, but there was no strings in this time. It's just like straight into that like golden milk, straight in. And next thing I know, I'm like swimming underwater. You know, I'm swimming underwater, but through that water, I can see like 3 moons or 3 suns, like 3 planets around that. So I know it's not Earth, right? And that whole feeling, because I'm breathing under, I'm living under that water, right? Just that like the feeling of that. And so for a while, and it felt heavenly just being there in that space, right? And then I'm like, what's above that? You know, of course, I'm like, what's next? What's next? I want to hear what's next. So what's next? As I'm in the water, so I'm feeling that water, but at the same time, I can also see the objects, because you're connected to everything in that space, right, you know? Right. So you feel the objects as yourself, and the water as yourself, and I don't know if it's me or him, like we're like, it's not, there's no, you're just like in there. Yeah. And so the next question I have, like, what else? And I see like petals over that water, like that petal shaped structures, and that's a city. Yeah. And the city stands on that water, and it goes to like a narrow point like that with like petals of the structures, and the structures are made out of light or like shimmering, like the surface of a soap bubble, you know, like that shimmering, and there was mostly like bluish, pinkish, and purplish kind of, and also that like feeling of such intense love and beauty from that, right? Wow. And so I want to see what's above that, and we already passed the moons, like the other planets are like here, and that city just like is stretching up, and then it just goes off into the light where there are no more structures and no more colors, but just like straight light source, like straight calm light. And at that moment, like my head started rolling back, and I'm like, oh. so I just started seeing like straight bright light like that.
Wow.
So that's,
sounds like you're right straight in the source field.
Yeah, through a little visitation.
Yeah.
Through a little home base there. Yeah. Whew. Powerful stuff. And I asked him, what did you feel? What did you see? And he said, I didn't see, like he said, I'm past putting things into imagery. You know, I don't have my brain creating images, so, but I just have the state of being. And so what's the state of being? State of being in love. That's source. Straight up.
Yeah. Dang, so you were not quick. It didn't take you long at all.
I'm well practiced. I'm well practiced. That was so easy because I do the nighttime meditations where I move the kundalini, I do the breathing, you know, I focus the energy. I want these experiences all the time. That's why I get up in the middle of the night and do these meditations. But it's labor, you know. This just was straight out.
Does all the heavy lifting
instantly,
for you,
yeah.
so
yep.
You go straight to business.
Yep, one right out, yeah. Like that thing, like for me to have the heart chakra like shaking like that, like it usually starts from like the lower, you know, like you have to like shake up the base and like move that up. So then my leg starts usually shaking, and then it moves up, and then the heart shakes, and then the throat kind of like closes up, and then off I go, right there. Here it just went straight here and out. It was like amazing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yay! Booyah, good job.